Hey, my friends, what's going on? Cater here on a beautiful, beautiful day. What's going on with your lane? What's going on with your life? How you doing? How you feeling? Let me know what's up with you. So, what's up, guys? I'm live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all at the same time. I'm trying this stuff for the first time. If you're watching on IG, say what's up. If you're watching on YouTube, drop a comment. Let me know you can see me. If you're watching on Facebook, say what's up. So inside of this video today, inside of this live, it's been a crazy day, just closing up the day. But I just wanted to come on and do this quick live because I had somebody that I put a post earlier on my Facebook fan page, and somebody asked me a few questions. There was multiple people that asked me the questions, so I figured, hey, let me do a live and talk about it, and maybe that can answer a few people. What's up with you? Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching live, drop a comment. Let me know what's up with you. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how you can leverage credit to build a $10,000 a month plus business, right? A month plus. You can make more, you can do less, you can do more, but I want to give you some strategy because the post that I made earlier, matter of fact, let me share my Facebook page on here. I'm going to share the post that I made earlier. If you follow me on Facebook, if you're watching here, let me share my page. See if I can bring it up here real quick. Let's see if I can bring Facebook. Let me know if you can see my screen if you're watching on Facebook. So I was on the page earlier, if you can see it on Instagram, but let me just read the post that I put on Facebook. So that was the post that I made earlier. The post was fix your personal credit, get an EIN, get a LLC, get a DUNS number, and build $100,000 business credit, then flip it. So the question I was getting from a lot of people is, I already have a personal credit, I already have business credit. Now I'm stuck at the flipping it. What do I mean by flipping the credit? One of the reasons why I love credit, right? If you're gonna use this strategy, right? If you're gonna build credit, and then you're gonna use credit in order for you to build a business and make money, there's a few things that you gotta do. Let me stop sharing this. Okay, that's what I was sharing with you guys earlier. So if you can see it, fix your personal credit, get yourself an EIN, get yourself an LLC, DUNS number. For those of you that don't know, your EIN is like your social security for your business. So it's a number that you get from the IRS.gov website. Once you get it, you'll be able to form your LLC with it, which allow you to put your business out there. You can get a bank account and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna go into the details of that. I think the question that really caught my attention, a lot of people wanted to get answer to is, hey, my credit is good now. What type of business? How can I leverage it to make money? How can I leverage my credit to make $10,000 plus a month? The stuff that I'm talking about. How can I do that? So let me break down in this video some stuff what you could do if that's your case right now. So the first thing that you want to do is really change your mindset. Change your mindset about credit. I was the type of guy, when I heard about credit, when I started building my business, I had the idea that, hey, I can afford everything. Why not just pay for it? If I can just afford it cash, why not just pay for it? I thought like credit means that you was poor. That's what I thought before then. You know, people was like, hey, if you buying stuff on credit, it's poor. But I just didn't have information. That's why information is powerful. Information will transform your life if you get the right information. When I get around a group of people and I start understanding how they were using credit, and I saw the power in it, so my mind started to shift around credit and understand how to leverage credit in order for you to build a business. With that, you can take yourself to the next level. So first thing you want to start is to change your belief about credit, that credit is bad. Credit is good. I'm stacking on credits like crazy right now. Like I'm stacking on credit because I've learned a few strategy. I'm not the credit guru. I'm not really teaching credit. That's not the main thing that I teach. There's a lot of videos that you can watch about credit. That's not my main thing, but I want to share the sauce with you. For those of you that ask me, hey, Cater, what type of business model, how can I flip? Because I said, get your personal credit up, get it to 700, get yourself an EIN, get yourself a DUNS number, and then get yourself some credit so you can start flipping the credit. So the key was, how can I leverage this stuff? Set up an income goal. Like, cause if you're gonna go, you gotta play this like you playing chess, right? You gotta strategize. What's up, Gregory? How you doing? You gotta strategize. So if your goal is to make 100K, let's say you want to build $100,000 business, right? 100K might be, it's not probably the norm for you, or $1 million not the norm for you. So what you really want to do is to break down the number into a smaller goal. If you can break it down into a small goal that you can see yourself achieve, it becomes a lot smaller. And then once you do that, so if you want to do $100,000 for the year, what you want to do is to divide that by 12 months. Then you will know how much money you need to make monthly, and that will be a lot less. It will be about $10,000 a month. Then you divide that by 4 weeks in a month, then you will know how much money you need to make every week. Then daily, which is about like $500, $300. I don't remember the math for 100K, but I know the math for a million, right? So once you break that down, you'll know the number that you need to do in order for you to get to your income goal, right? So the focus is to focus on get your first win. If you can get your first win, it's gonna catapult the rest. So focus on, to get your first win, so that you can get yourself in a way that, hey, I'm ready for the next success. Because the first win is gonna be the thing that's gonna open up your mind and let you know that it's possible for you. Because you can see other people making it happen, but for you, if you haven't make it happen for yourself, you might feel like, yo, it's happening for other people, but it's not gonna happen for me. So you want to get yourself your first win, so that your mind can shift, right? So that you know it's possible for you. So here's the thing: once you can build yourself your credit, right? If you have credit, once you have credit now, you can flip the credit that you have, the money that you have. You have 30 days. What I love about credit, if I'm building credit, I have all this credit card, I have 30 days to flip the money before I have to pay any cards back. So once you build your credit, now you get approved, you start getting approved for this credit card. Now, how do you flip it? What business model can you flip this thing with, right? Which was the question that people was asking me. Because once you get your credit in the 700, you start applying for credit card. They'll start you, some credit card we start you out with low credit limit. But then what you could do, there's a few things that you could do to actually increase your credit, so that you can get a bigger credit line. So you can, if your credit don't have age, if you just getting started with the credit, you can get somebody to give you a trade line that have a history that's been around for a while. So that's gonna shoot your credit and give you more age history. So that's gonna allow you to get a bigger credit. Now let's talk about once you get the credit now, right? How do you flip this stuff? That's what a lot of people want to know. Like, what type of business model? How do you flip that money? Some people, you could do drop shipping, right? You got to choose a business model. There's so many different business model out there that you can go from. You got to choose one that's going to work for you. You don't want to do everything all at once, but you got to choose one and focus with it. If you're going to do drop shipping, now you can use the credit card and buy all those items that you need. You have 30 days, right? Some credit card, when you first get started with them, they're going to give you 60 days. Some of them give you 90 days, even, so that you can flip that money. So if you're going to do drop shipping, you're going to have the money to buy those items, so you don't have to worry about it. You could do Amazon FBA, where you send the products to Amazon and they'll do the fulfilling for you, which is so powerful. That's another way for you to just flip the money, right? So if you're getting started, you get a brand new credit. Usually you have a 90 days grace period where they're not gonna count it against you. Most of my credit card, when I get them, it's interest free for like a whole year. I don't have to pay interest, so I can really max out this credit card. Reason why you want to jump into business, once you get your personal credit going, you want to get your EIN going, get your business credit. Well, they're not gonna if you go ahead and increase the amount of money that you spend on your business, it's not going to report on your personal card, on your personal credit. So now you have almost a year to really, even if you try to do like a big spending, even if you was going to go into FBA where you got to order a lot of items, even if you order all these items and you have them, you're trying to flip them, you literally almost have a whole year to flip the credit while you still keep your money. So what I would say is get a business model that you get yourself familiar with, that you can do, that you know you could do, it's gonna make it a lot easier for you. Is that stuff making sense? Drop a comment. What's up, Bobby? How you doing, bro? I'm just seeing the comments now. If you're watching on YouTube, what's up? What's up, Corey? How you doing, bro? It's good to see you. What's up? What's up, Eugene? What's going on, bro? It's good to see you, man. Yo, tap in with my boy Eugene if you want to learn the game when it comes to Airbnb. That's another business model that you can actually use your credit to really crush the stuff. So some of you ask me, what can you do? What can you flip your credit with? You know? So once you do that, you have a whole year for most credit with no interest, with those credit card, with no interest that you can flip those credit and make money out of that credit. So that way you're not paying yourself. You're not paying money out of your pocket to do that. Some people, they purchase a home. You can flip it through buying a house and then put the house on Airbnb, just like my boy here, Eugene, that does a lot of Airbnb stuff. You can take the credit. There's ways for you to get the money out of the credit card. What I say when I say on the post that I posted earlier, I said get yourself a EIN, get yourself your EIN, get yourself your LLC, Dun & Bradstreet, and then start building your personal credit. Then jump into business credit. Well, once you do that, now you start getting business credit, get those credit card. There's ways for you to get the money of those credit card and start putting them. If you want to buy a home and put it on Airbnb, if you want to do a deposit. So now you're leveraging the bank's money. Like, you can still keep your money in the bank. So if you still have some cushion, you have your own money now, you can build a $10,000 business based on those credit line that you establish. That's why right now, if you in the game, you want to go ahead and build your credit, build your personal, build your business credit so that you can get yourself going. I have another friend of mine, another student of mine. We started a business and he built his business credit, started a two-row business and started getting cars. That's another business you can get started with. That you can start getting cars off two-row, put them on two-row, and then from there you can start another business model. So that's like 3 business models I just shared with you guys. Let me share my business model with you guys that I do, that I built and flip. When I say flip, right? Some people thought I just meant house flipping. Well, that's another business model. You can go into house flipping, where you buy houses and flip them and buy, fix, and flip. You could do that, but I don't necessarily mean house flipping when I say once you build your credit, your personal credit, you go ahead and get yourself your Dun & Bradstreet, get your EIN and start flipping. I don't mean that just flipping houses. Like me, I don't flip houses, right? But I flip through the internet because I have different ways of selling. I have a different business where I build brands, and from those brands, I monetize them in the back end, and I sell products and services through those brands. Like I sell ebooks, I sell, courses, I sell digital products. All my products, most of my products are digital products. I also have other physical products that I sell, but I can take the money of those credit cards and just flip those digital products, right? So that's a different business model. For example, let me share with you here. If you can see, I'm gonna share my screen with you here real quick. I'm gonna share with you today. Let's see, transition here. So this is one of my business model here. On Instagram, let me share with you here. Let me flip this camera. All right, hopefully you can see. All right, so this is one of my business model here, and like today I did like, what is it, almost 7K, like with one business model. Now this is flipping on a different side, right? You can be flipping. You can, once you have the credits now, once you have your credit cards, right? Once you play in the credit game, you can take that credit and you can flip it through selling products. Like if you start a e-com business where you want to start selling personal products, physical products, you could do that. Once you start creating cash flow, some people get into cryptocurrency. Like cryptocurrency is really, really powerful. Right now, the crypto market is down. Now, I'm not advocating, if you don't know anything about crypto, you don't know anything about investing, you don't know anything about the market, I would highly recommend, if you're doing this strategy that I'm teaching you here, for you to educate yourself first. Because if you don't know what you're doing, because you're playing with credit, you can fail. What I like to do personally, I like to scale. I like to scale with credit versus just starting a business with credit, because scaling, when you're scaling something, you already test, you know what works. So it becomes easier for you when you're scaling because it's almost a guaranteed money, right? You scaling, you already test with your own money. Let's say you have $1,000 or $2,000, you start a business, you go through all the failures, you lose some money, maybe you lost 200, 300 until you can figure out exactly what's working through your failing, right? But, let me change that here real quick. Transition. But once you figure out exactly what's working now, you can scale with the credit card. You can scale with the credits that you have, with the credit lines that you have. You can scale. Cryptocurrency is another one. If you have the patience right now, the market in cryptocurrency is, a lot of the cryptocurrencies are down, like the good ones, the one that you feel, the project that you feel comfortable with. Now, I'm not telling you go invest into cryptocurrency because it's a highly volatile asset class. If you don't know what you're doing, I wouldn't recommend that's where you need to go get started. But if you're someone who's been studying the market, you've been part of the crash before, you understand how the market go into cycle, you understand, the market goes up and down, you understand how recession and all those things, you understand how they work, you've been studying the market, you understand this stuff, and you can tolerate certain risks, that wouldn't be like a bad idea if you understand the market and how it works. Like how when the market is down 90%, if there's anything that it could do right now, if it goes down another 90%, it's gonna be crazy. But we're looking at 90%, it's likely to go higher than going more down, although there's a possibility it can go further down. But you can understand, if you understand the market, it has a possibility of going higher. Now, how long it's gonna take, I don't know. It all depends on how you're gonna risk it yourself, right? How you gonna risk it yourself. So some people, they catch it right on the reversal. And if they have a 20K credit card, I have a friend of mine, he put 20K of a credit card before the market went boom a couple years ago. That was 2020, like the end of 2020 going to 2021. In December of 2020, around November of 2020, he bought one of those coin that was coming out, early coin, dropped $20,000 into it. The $20,000 became $800,000. Like, it was crazy, like mind blowing by April, and in a matter of 6 months. Now he had some insight of how the market works, how this coin, what is it gonna impact, what industry is gonna work with. So if you have any ideas on those stuff, what's up? Marketing with Chris Keys in the house. What's up, bro? What's going on, man? It's good to have you here, man. What's up? So we talking about how to leverage credit, man. How to leverage credit so that you can build a $10,000 a month business, Stack investment, that's another one. If you can play in that game. The reason why I say, build your credit, build your personal credit, get yourself an EIN so that you can get business credit, because business credit will give you so much more room. They'll start your business with so much more cash flow. Most banks, they're gonna give you a lot more money when it comes to business. So if you know how to use those cards, you can make money. You can start a business out of those cards, or you can scale your business. Preferably, I highly recommend scaling a business. There's people, what they do, because they have a bunch of credit card, they even start like selling what's called trade lines. Trade line is where people literally, if they have a bunch of cards, or if they have age cards, let's say they have a cards for 5, 10, 20 years, 30 years, they have an age history that is pretty lengthy on that card. So what they would do is rent out, because you can put authorized users on those cards. So what they would do is rent out a spot as an authorized user to other people, where they charge them $500 a month, to have them on the card. Like if they want to have it for 2 months, that's like $1,000. People start a whole business model out of that. I remember I wanted to push my credit at a certain point. I literally had to pay somebody like $1,000 to put me on a 30 years credit card that was 30 years old, and he shoot my credit all the way up. Those are some of the stuff that you could do once you build your personal credit and once you build your business credit. What's up? My man Nate is on here, the Done of Closing. That's another one of my dude that can help you big time when it comes to flipping housing and Airbnb and stuff like that. So Those are different business model that we're talking about, guys. If you build your credit, right, you built your personal credit, you built your business credit, you can take advantage of using credit to flip this credit and keep flipping and keep making money. There's people that does manufactured spending. Now it's a whole other area. Like, I'm not even gonna get into in this video itself, but there's people that does that just to make money. Like, they will just, because most credit card, they offer bonuses. Like, when you sign up for them, some of them is $200. Some of them, as you keep spending, they'll give like 2% back. There's people who have strategies where they go out there and they spend money. I mean, a lot of credit card company doesn't like it because they want you to actually spend the money. But there's people that have tricks and different things that they do to do manufactured spending and make money using that, and then that way you can go for more funding. So for those of you that ask me, hey, what type of business model, how can I flip this stuff, how can I get it going? Like I said, I spoke about real estate. You could do some real estate wholesaling. Those are some of the stuff that you do. I have a friend of mine, he literally took a $5,000 credit card and he started a watch business, like the wristband. Watch on your wristband, and he just bought a watch. And the cool part, he has like 90 days like to pay the credit cards. Once you got it, he started a watch business where he literally buy a high-end expensive watch for like $5,000, and then he just flip it through Facebook Marketplace. So if you're gonna start a business, I'll definitely say jump into something that you like, that you're gonna do the work. If you're getting started, it doesn't matter what you like. Like, if you're getting started, people say, hey, if you do what you love, you won't have to work for the rest of your life. In the beginning, you're gonna have to do what you don't love in order for you to get yourself up there, because there's a lot of business stuff that you're gonna have to do. Sometimes you're gonna have to do things that you don't love. So if it's if you into watches and these things, lifestyle, he started a business. Literally, he bought one of those expensive watch, I think it was a Rolex, for like $5K, and he flips it for like $6K. He made $1,000 profit. Then he bought another one, and he bought two of them. Now he flips it. Before it was 90 days for him to pay the credit card, he already made the money 3 or 4 times over, and now he gets to keep the profit. Now go buy his own watch and keep that money. So there's so many different ways, guys, you can actually go about scaling with credit cards, or flipping the credit card once you get the money. Like, product creation is one of the things that I do. If you're someone that has a knowledge, you have a skill set, you have something that you know how to do, you can create a product. You can create a product online. I love product creations because I talk about if you built your credit, personal credit, you get credit cards, right? I love scaling with credit cards. I don't like using credit cards to start a business, because when you're starting a business, you're not that sure exactly what's gonna work unless you have a mentor or someone that's teaching you the way, that already has results, that know exactly what they're doing. Then you can take that ride. But if you jump in head first, you never done the business, you don't know all the failures, you don't know everything that is gonna come with all the troubles of the business. I don't like using credit to start the business, but I like scaling with credit. Something like having your own product, where you create your own product, whether it's a physical or whether it's obviously digital products. Digital products are the best, right? Because all you sharing is your information, like stuff from the top of your head. So once you create that, you can scale it with a credit card. Now you can, if it's selling, if you see that people love the product, it's selling, you put it out there, people's buying it. So if you make a few sales just selling it from other people that you know, why not use the credit card and start running some ads and start scaling the product and start showing it to more people that actually that needs whatever that you're selling. Let's say you're a mom and you're gonna help mom find exactly how they can sleep better, like young mom, how they can maneuver the kids and sleep better. There's so many moms out there. If you have 10 moms that bought your course and say, hey, this is amazing, I love it, why not find yourself 1,000 mom or 10,000 mom by using ads? Now scaling with the credit card, this is something that's going to help them. For any other courses, I'm just giving you one example. Is this stuff making sense? Drop a comment, say what's up. Let me know that stuff is making sense. Corey says Mr. Keys in the house. Yeah, so scaling with a credit card, guys. Like I said, start a rental business where you can rent stuff one of the things that we do, my wife, we do different event planning, weddings and stuff like that. So if you're in that industry, you know, the good thing with in that industry where you're renting stuff is it's very profitable because you renting other people the items. So if you renting stuff for events, whether you renting chair covers or you renting chairs or you renting like tables and flowers and all those other things, you buy them once, right? You buy them once and you can rent them. And another thing is, even if you want to set yourself on a pace of like 30 or 40 days, most places they have a return policy of 30 days. So if you want to test this thing out and you say, man, in 30 days, if I don't make no sales or if I don't get no rent, I'm going to return this thing, right? So that the money goes back on the credit card. So you have 30 days. If you want to do a rental business where you say, hey, let's say you into a market right now, you know exactly what those customers want, what people want to buy or what people want to rent, what they are using. You can literally buy the stuff in bulk or buy a certain amount of it, right? And then you just start letting people know you got it and see if you can get people to rent it from you. Let's say you bought like love seats like people use for weddings and stuff, right? Those love seats are like $500. You can buy one for $500 and people rent them for like $300 a night for just one night. So imagine if you have 30 days and you're able to maybe book a couple of weddings or a couple of events and you rent those love seats maybe 4 times or 3-4 times, you have that, you already make the money. And if you don't rent it out, you just return it. You have 30 days before the time, you just return it and you get the money back on the card. So you can literally start a rental business using credit card. You can start a Turo business. You can start a watch business, you know, a product resale business. There's so many ways to go about it, guys. I just wanted to jump on here. For those of you that asked me that question, hey, how can I leverage my credit? How can I flip? So I just wanted to come on here, just share some details with you on some business models that you can actually use to flip, right? It's to flip. When I say flip, I don't just mean real estate. Of course, you could do buy and flip, you could do real estate, but there's so many different ways that you can go out there and flip those credit cards and flip that money. All right. All right, guys. If you do find some value in this video, drop a comment. Drop a comment, let me know you find some value. Also, for those of you that are interested, let me know if you would be interested in my ebook where I teach you how I flip, like how I build brands and monetize them. If you would be interested into that, drop a comment, say, hey, I would be interested. Then I can let you know, because I have an ebook that's coming out where I'm gonna break down the strategy on how I flip credits and how you could do the same thing too. All right, if that would be of interest to you, be sure to join my Facebook group. If you're watching on Instagram, right, you go join my Facebook group. It's Monetize Your Brand Group. You can join my Facebook group. If you're on YouTube, same thing, look in the description, Monetize Your Brand Group. Join my Facebook group where I'm gonna keep you updated on more strategy, more cool stuff that you can actually do. All right, guys, thanks for hanging with me. That was your boy Cater. Let's see who we have here. Let's see what's up. All right. See what's up to everybody. All right, cool, everybody. So